Hello everyone, this is Nick aka Rockley Smile here, and I am here to show you today on the day of February 21st a brand new change to the YouTube interface, the wonderful world and the portal with which we interact with so many of the things that enrich and make our lives slightly more wonderful has had, well, some minor changes. And I'm not here to rage or anything on this. I know YouTube is just kind of lost in a chasm of insanity when it comes to their design department. I have no idea how they make most of the decisions they do. I think it's something like that South Park episode where essentially they just cut the head off a chicken and then they let it run around until it lands somewhere on a board, and then they make their decisions based on something like that anyway. So here's our new homepage. It's not like the old homepage in that it doesn't seem to be taken over by all kinds of stuff that YouTube wants you to see, which is kind of interesting, and I'm wondering if this is maybe just to soften us up, to get used to maybe what is going to eventually be an inundation of other stuff. But for now, it seems like it's mostly things that are fairly relevant to me. I mean, I do watch Northern Lion the most out of probably anybody on my list, and I guess just whoever you've clicked on in the last so often just kind of jumps to the top of the list. And then, of course, we do see popular on YouTube, so they'll be able to insert their own, little sections into this scrolly menu here. And then I guess as you go down, it sort of paginates itself going forward, so you can get a little bit more. Anyway, that's just one thing. It's interesting. It's a little different from what I expected. And then if you click on My Subscriptions instead of What to Watch, you get, well, hopefully something that's actually tailored on your actual taste based on your actual subscriptions. I had no idea if that's how that's actually going to work out. Does look like those are my actual subscriptions for now, but again, it's like this stuff, I don't really trust it. It's got to take a little while to filter through. I'm not going to click on all the tabs here, but I did want to show you and point out there's like a playlist thing over here, which may or may not be a good idea. I don't know what exactly we're going to get out of this. Like, how is it bookmarking playlists on this left panel? I have kind of no idea. Well, here's all of Northern Lion's Binding of Isaac episodes, although I guess you can't have all of them. You can only have up through 200, because the shelves only allow you 200 episodes per playlist, so I don't know. That's kind of just the way that is. That's nice. It puts the header up at the top of a playlist. That's an interesting thing. And then it's got, like, click my indie impressions playlist here. Yeah, and then you scroll up, and it actually puts my header at the top. So that's kind of interesting, I suppose. The main thing that I should have probably mentioned straight up off of, like, the top of this whole thing is, well, they've centered... Alright, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Yes, they've centered the main content panel over here on the right side of the screen, but it's like a 2/7 grid in, which I don't know what the hell that is. Like this, okay, so this is 1/7, this is 2/7, and then if you take your fingers and you grab that size of a bar from here to here, and then you extend it across, there's another 7th over here, and they actually tend to fit that grid. So somebody actually made that conscious decision, like, we're gonna center it, but we're gonna off-center the centering. So that way, the only way to actually get it true centered is to do this. And then you've got these massive sidebars with nothing in them. So, I don't know. Maybe you could have just... never mind. I'm not even going to speculate. I have some ideas of how I could maybe have made this better personally, but I'm not going to get into that, because then anybody in the comments that has some graphic design knowledge is probably going to be all over me with speculation of reasons why my idea is terrible and their idea is great, or I don't know, maybe that's not actually what's going to happen. I really don't know. The one big thing that jumped out to me as just being like the most broken that I could imagine, at least, out of, my quick assertion and looking at this very briefly, is that the subscriptions area over here used to just scroll, used to just be a scrolly menu, and now there's like a more thing at the bottom, and this is the scrolly menu. So, for ergonomics sake, like, okay, now this is taking over, well, the blank space next to things, so I guess that kind of makes sense. But then to counterbalance that, in your little ding-dong bell over here, this used to fill up all the empty space that was on this side, and now it actually overcomes whatever this space happens to be. So, I don't know. That's weird. It's not fitting in a way that really makes sense. Like, maybe they could have kicked all this stuff over to the left while your bell is open. I don't know. It seems like that would have made sense to me. But I really don't understand what's up with this thing. So, like, okay, we could go to... Wait, there was a way to sort these a second ago, wasn't there? I think there was a thing that let you set, like, by relevance. Now it seems to be gone. Oh, there's these little dots up here, the ellipses. And you can sort by most relevant new activity, or A through Z. So probably A through Z is the best way to sort things when you can't actually change anything about it, right? Oh, well, nothing happens. What if we sort it by new activity? Alright, that changed. What if we sort it by A to Z again? Oh, wait. Actually, this is A through Z. New activity doesn't matter. It's... Okay, wait, maybe it does matter? I have no idea what's going on right now. I guess it takes the last one that you clicked on and then makes that one the one that shows up. So now it's sorting by most relevant, and since I had A to Z checked, if I go to new activity, it's going to sort by A to Z. Fair enough. Okay, so I guess we're like one step behind on that. Sure, that makes sense. I guess we can live with that. The thing that gets me about this is that I don't know that the sorting ever actually worked in the last year's worth of updates. Because keep in mind, this is the way that YouTube has been since roughly like January 2013. So that is now February 2014, over a year. And basically the biggest changes they've made is they've broken the subscription box again, or kept it broken, not fixed it, I don't know, something in there. Added this playlist section, and centered this box. So like that's kind of the majority of what's changed here. I mean, if I went to my channel... Oh, they also removed the little arrow that's up at the top here normally, so now we don't have an arrow for some reason. If I go to my channel, anything new here? There's channel tips. I can add a section. Well, you might realize that I have, like, all the sections that this allows, so that's not actually true. I can try new comments, or, you know, I don't actually have an option, so I guess I will try new comments. And what if I want to click these away, because maybe I've seen them already? Alright, well, they're all gone. I guess we'll just leave the channel tips box here. That's helpful. We can't just, like, push this back up, right? So we're just gonna have channel tips now, just always here, for some reason. Maybe if I refresh it, is that gonna make it go away? Because there aren't any more. Okay, they actually nailed that one, so thumbs up. Anything else that looks weird or especially interesting? I will give them props. They did, I think, sort out the related channels thing a little bit better. I've actually seen people comment that they've had recommendations that were somewhat tailored to the channel size and, you know, relevance that they actually happen to be. I can't really speak for myself, because honestly, Captain Sparkles, Yogscast, Lewis, Cnanners, Uberhacks Nova, Let's Play, and Yogscast Jin, I don't know how to say his name, sorry. Those are all channels I don't think I've ever watched, even once. But apparently they're related, so whatever. Again, I'm not really trying to rag on them in this respect, because apparently some people, this is actually something that's worked out better for them. But anyway, it just seems a little strange to me, personally. So yeah, I guess that's kind of all I have to say about this. Big old gutters here, for whatever reason. I guess you gotta put the space somewhere, right? It's gotta sit somewhere, and then we can actually close this, so it is somewhat centered. Alright, I'll take it. This looks not horrible, but why did it take them a year to figure this out? I was saying to do this the second the last update came out. And we had to take an entire year to get to this. Okay, I'm going around in circles. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Please let me know what strange and bizarre monstrosities you've discovered in the YouTube world and ecosphere. I'd love to hear from you, because this is always a topic that is endlessly entertaining, I suppose. So I will talk to you next time.